My friend, listen closely. I need your full attention right now. Something heavy is moving toward your life, something you didn't see coming, something that will hit you harder than anything you have ever faced. This isn't happening tomorrow, or next week. It's happening tonight, before the morning light touches the sky. The air around you feels thick, doesn't it? Almost like your spirit is trying to warn you of something it can't explain. That's because the truth I'm about to show you will shake your heart. I'm not here to frighten you. I'm here to wake you up. Because the story unfolding in the next 3 hours is connected to someone whose heartbeat matters to you more than you realize. This isn't a stranger. This isn't someone far from you. This is your son. And God says his life is hanging on a thin thread, a thread someone close to him is trying to cut. Right now, as you're hearing this, your son is living his final hours as he knows them. He's moving through his day like everything is normal. Maybe he's scrolling through his phone, tying his shoes, getting ready to go out, or finishing a meal. He's smiling, unaware, innocent. He thinks the world is peaceful. He believes the people around him are safe. But he doesn't know what's coming. In 3 hours, his life will take a turn that was never meant for him. Not because of fate. Not because of bad timing. But because someone who should have protected him, has made a secret choice. A deadly choice. A choice hidden behind a smile. Let me take you to where he is right now. Imagine your son inside a small room, maybe a kitchen, maybe his bedroom. The light is soft. The clock ticks quietly. He's doing something simple, tying a shoelace, fixing his hair, packing his things. He's thinking about small things, what to eat, who to text, where to go. The world feels calm to him. He doesn't know that danger has already entered his space. He doesn't feel the eyes watching him. He doesn't see the hands preparing something behind his back. But I see it. I see what he cannot. I see what was planned when you were sleeping, when he was laughing, when no one else noticed. Someone close to him, someone who shares blood, someone who knows his habits, someone who knows he trusts easily, has set a trap. A trap meant to silence his future. A trap meant to take from you the child you prayed for. And sadly, this innocent soul is your own son. Why would someone do this? Why would a person inside the family turn against a boy who never harmed them? It didn't begin with hate. It began with desire for something he has. Maybe money, maybe land, maybe a secret he discovered, maybe jealousy that grew for years. Whatever the reason, it pushed their heart into darkness. They smiled while plotting. They hugged him while hiding poison. They walked with him while preparing his fall. Their plan is quiet, hidden, invisible to the eye. No shouting, no fights. Just one deadly choice disguised as love. But listen carefully. The story isn't ending the way they planned. Because while they whispered in the dark, heaven was watching. While they prepared to end his life, I began preparing to save him. I see the hands that mixed something into his drink. I see the footsteps sneaking around him. I hear the conversation spoken behind closed doors. And I will not let this plan succeed. You think you're watching a warning, but you're witnessing a rescue. Because what they meant to end his story, I will use to reveal truth. What they meant to bury, I will bring into the light. Let me take you deeper. Picture your son standing by a window now. The sky outside is turning orange. Kids are playing somewhere far. Someone laughs down the street. Everything seems peaceful. He breathes in, unaware that his breath is being counted. He touches his chest for a second, feeling something strange, something heavy. He brushes it off. He thinks he's tired. He thinks he needs water. But the danger is already moving through his body. A choice made by someone he trusted is already at work. And yet, right in this moment, something else is happening too. Something they didn't plan on. A neighbor, someone who usually never talks much, feels a strange push to check on him. A nudge in their spirit, a whisper they cannot explain. They walk toward the door. They knock. For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $100, as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it. Your son opens it, trying to act normal, but the neighbor sees something, his pale face, shaky hands, confusion in his eyes. Without a second thought, they call for help. That knock becomes the first crack in the betrayer's plan. Because that neighbor wasn't moved by coincidence. I sent them. While help rushes toward your son, the ones who created this plan sit somewhere else, checking the time. They think everything is going perfectly. They rehearse what they will say. They prepare their fake grief. They believe no one will suspect them. But their confidence is a lie wrapped around fear. Because even now, their secret is starting to slip. Maybe a comment they made days ago is remembered by someone. Maybe a message they deleted wasn't actually erased. Maybe a camera across the street caught something they didn't see. Truth doesn't stay buried. It rises. Now picture your son in the back of an ambulance. The siren is loud. The lights flash. The paramedics talk fast. He struggles to stay awake. His breathing is slow. But he's alive. Alive because heaven stepped in. Alive because I refuse to let the enemy take him. When he opens his eyes again, he won't understand everything. He'll feel weak, confused, scared. But he'll feel something else too, peace. A soft warmth around him. My presence. My hand holding his spirit steady. I whisper to him, you will live. You will rise. This is not your end. At the same time, the betrayer's world begins to collapse. Their lies shake. Their words stumble. The pressure grows. Someone starts asking questions they didn't prepare answers for. A piece of evidence surfaces. A doctor mentions something unusual. A neighbor says, "I noticed something strange earlier." Everything begins to point in one direction, toward the one who planned this. And it won't be long before the truth spills out. Not because I want revenge, but because justice is part of my hand. Their choices will return to them. Their darkness will expose them. They will face what they tried to hide. But this story isn't about punishment. This story is about redemption. Your son was moments away from death, but I pulled him back. Not because he was strong enough. Not because the world was kind enough. But because I am not done with him. His purpose is still breathing. His calling is still burning. His future is still waiting. And no one, not even family soaked in jealousy, can steal a life I've protected. Now I want you to look into your own heart. You've been betrayed too, haven't you? You've trusted someone who turned against you. You've given love to someone who gave back pain. You've walked with people who smiled at you while breaking you inside. And you thought no one saw. But I did. I saw every tear. Every silent cry. Every moment you held yourself together while your world fell apart. But look at you, you're still here. You survived what was meant to crush you. The enemy planned losses for you, but I turned them into lessons. They tried to silence you, but I used it to strengthen you. That's what I'm doing for your son right now. I'm turning darkness into deliverance. I'm turning betrayal into breakthrough. I'm turning what was meant to kill him into something that will open your eyes and change your life. The clock is still moving, but it's no longer counting down to death. It's counting down to exposure. To justice. To a miracle. You think this message found you by chance. But it found you because heaven needed you to know what's happening behind the scenes. Your son is not dying. Your son is being rescued. And the truth that has been hidden in your home is about to be revealed. Stay alert. Stay awake. Stay strong. Because God says, the next 3 hours will change everything. My child, listen carefully, because heaven is not finished speaking. The weight of what is unfolding around your son in these next moments requires your full spiritual attention. The enemy planned to write the final line of your son's story tonight, but God is rewriting the chapter even as you breathe. The Lord says the darkness that gathered around him earlier was not random. It was not accidental. It was not a wandering shadow. It was a targeted spiritual strike meant to seal an ending. But heaven has broken that seal. Now a new seal is being placed upon his life, a seal that darkness cannot duplicate, imitate, or counterfeit. It is the seal of divine ownership. It is the seal that declares, this one belongs to God. The Lord says your son is now entering a silent battlefield. It is a battlefield where the enemy fights without making noise, without creating obvious signs, and without leaving visible marks. But God says, I am stepping into that battlefield with a sword that cannot be seen by human eyes and a shield that cannot be carried by human hands. Tonight the invisible world will know you prayed. Because you prayed, the assignment has reversed. God says the enemy tried to suffocate your son's destiny by placing a strange heaviness on him. It was a heaviness that made him feel tired without reason. It made him feel distracted without explanation. It made him feel confused without warning. But the Lord says that heaviness is breaking right now. It is cracking like old stone. It is falling off him piece by piece. Even though he may not understand why his mind suddenly becomes clearer, why his chest feels lighter, or why his breathing feels easier, it is because heaven is lifting what hell placed on him. The Lord says that while the enemy wanted to take his life within hours, heaven is extending his life for years. What the enemy planned as an ending, God has turned into a beginning. My child, the Lord says, pay close attention in the Spirit. Something rare is happening. This is something that only takes place when God rewrites a death assignment. It only happens when heaven steps in with final authority. The Lord says that right now angels are standing on both sides of your son, one on his left and one on his right. A third stands behind him, guarding his back. The Lord says these are not ordinary angels. These are watchers. These are protectors assigned for moments when death tries to cross the border of destiny. Your son is being shielded by a presence he cannot see. He will feel it. He will sense it. He will pause at moments tonight and not understand why his spirit feels watched. But it is not danger watching him. It is protection. The Lord says there is a reason you felt sudden urgency in your heart. There is a reason your spirit felt a sharp pull. There is a reason you sensed something was wrong before you had words for it. Your spirit picked up the vibration of the enemy's movement. Your spirit sounded an alarm. God says that because you responded to that alarm instead of ignoring it, the story has changed. The outcome has changed. The timeline has changed. The next 3 hours, once marked by danger, are now marked by deliverance. The Lord says your son is walking right now into a place that was meant to be a trap. A wrong decision, a sudden impulse, or a quick reaction could have destroyed his future. But God says, I am freezing the trap. I am weakening the snare. I am removing the sting from what was planned. Even though your son may walk near danger, danger will not touch him. Danger will not see him. Danger will not claim him. Heaven has made him invisible to the plans of the enemy. God says you must understand this moment deeply. What is happening around him is not ordinary protection. It is the reversal of a death sentence. When heaven reverses a death sentence, everything around that person begins to shift. Even small things will carry spiritual weight. Even the conversations he has tonight will carry hidden protection. Even the delay that frustrates him will be a shield in disguise. God says, I am rearranging movements. I am rearranging timing. I am rearranging footpaths to keep him alive. He will not understand why he left a place a little slower, why he forgot something and turned back, why he took a different route, or why he paused before stepping forward. But God says every pause is protection. Every delay is deliverance. Every reroute is heaven's intervention. My child, the Lord says, hear me clearly. The night is not done shifting. The spiritual world is still adjusting to the command heaven released on your son's behalf. Darkness is retreating, but it is not retreating quietly. It is retreating with frustration. It is retreating with anger. It is retreating with the sound of plans collapsing. But the Lord says, do not fear this movement. Do not fear this noise in the unseen. It is not your son that is shaking. It is the enemy's plan that is shaking. God says, right now, I am touching your son's memory. I am touching his emotions. I am touching the places inside him where fear once lived, where confusion once sat, and where hopelessness once whispered. The Lord says, I am cleansing those places. I am washing them with my presence. I am filling them with peace. Even though he may not know that heaven is touching him, he will feel different. He will breathe different. He will think different. Tonight will mark the beginning of a mental shift he cannot explain but will soon understand. My child, the Lord says your son was supposed to die tonight. But now he will live. He will rise. He will stand. He will overcome. The very place the enemy wanted to bury him will become the place where God restores him. It will become the place where God strengthens him and realigns him with purpose. The Lord says this story is not ending. It is only beginning. I will continue to reveal what is unfolding. I will continue to guide you as the night progresses. I will speak again soon. My child, listen again, because heaven is still moving. The story unfolding around your son is entering its final stage tonight. The Lord says, even though the danger has been broken, and even though the death assignment has been overturned, there are still spiritual pieces shifting into new positions. I need you to stay alert, not in fear, but in understanding. When God rewrites a destiny, the atmosphere around that destiny must change to match the new script heaven has declared. The Lord says, right now, the path your son is walking on is being cleared ahead of him in real time. Step by step. Breath by breath. Moment by moment. Even though he may think he is simply moving through ordinary life, heaven is escorting him. Heaven is guiding him. Heaven is shielding him. Heaven is arranging invisible barriers between him and every hidden danger. The Lord says, there are 3 places he was supposed to cross tonight. Each one would have placed him in the enemy's reach. But heaven has shut those doors with a force the enemy cannot reopen. God says your son may feel small shifts inside himself. Slower thoughts. Quieter impulses. Sudden hesitation. A strange sense that something is stopping him from rushing. The Lord says these are signs of my hand resting upon him. These are signs of my protection altering his rhythm. I am slowing him down so the enemy cannot catch him at the wrong place and the wrong second. The enemy's plan was timed and calculated. It was set to a specific window. Heaven has stepped into that window and shattered the alignment. The Lord says, I need you to understand the depth of what was happening earlier. The enemy was not after his body alone. The enemy was after his future. After the influence he will carry. After the doors he will open for others. After the people he will one day help. After the freedom he will walk in. The Lord says, hell pushed so hard because hell saw what you could not see. Hell saw the rise of your son before you did. Hell saw the glow of his destiny before anyone around him did. Hell tried to silence it before it could speak. But the Lord says, that attempt has failed. Your prayers collided with the enemy's plan like a strike of lightning. Every dark spirit assigned to your son retreated the moment heaven released judgment. Right now, your son is standing under an open sky of divine covering. A sky that darkness cannot pierce. God says, as the hours continue, your son will be gently pushed into safety without knowing he is being pushed. He may take a different street. He may choose a different route. He may talk to someone he normally would not. He may pause at a moment he cannot explain. Every shift will be me guiding him. Me drawing him away from danger. Me pulling him into a shielded path that only heaven can build. The Lord says your son will not die. Not tonight. Not tomorrow. Not in the way the enemy designed. The Lord says this miracle will not only preserve his body, it will reset his spirit. In the coming days, he will feel a strange clarity waking inside him. It will be like fog lifting from a mountain. Like weight falling off his shoulders. Like memories becoming sharper and emotions becoming lighter. This clarity will lead him toward decisions he has avoided, dreams he abandoned, and directions he thought were closed. God says your son is entering a season of reawakening. But the Lord says, listen closely now, because this is the part where heaven seals the breakthrough. The next words you speak over your son will carry unusual power. The prayers you whisper, even quietly, will land on him with force. The blessing you speak, even from far away, will become like a spiritual shield wrapped around his mind, his steps, and his soul. The Lord says, speak life. Speak peace. Speak clarity. Speak strength. For tonight, your voice is a weapon heaven is using to rebuild his foundation. God says, do not doubt what I have done. Do not fear the echoes of the threat that once loomed over him. Do not let your heart imagine the worst. The danger is gone. The shadow is gone. The grip of the enemy is gone. The hour that was meant to end him has passed harmlessly by because heaven stepped into time and pushed death away. My child, the Lord says, this night will be remembered in heaven as the night your son survived a story he never knew was written against him. A night where darkness was defeated before it touched him. A night where your faith shifted the course of his life. The Lord says, I am not only saving him. I am restoring him. I am restoring his strength. I am restoring his joy. I am restoring his focus. I am restoring his identity. I am restoring the inner part of him that quietly cracked under pressure. In the next days, he will walk differently. He will speak differently. He will think differently. Heaven has breathed on him. The Lord says, "You must now close this night with peace, because peace is the final seal. Not fear. Not worry. Peace. When peace settles in you, heaven finishes its work around him." God says, "There is no death near him now. There is no danger lingering. The assignment has been cancelled, erased, and destroyed at its root. Your son is safe. Your son is covered. Your son is preserved. Your son is rising into a future the enemy cannot steal." The Lord says, "This is the final word for tonight. Now rest, my child. Heaven is still awake." For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $100, as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, "Lord, I believe this word and I receive it.